these two teams are feeling it.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up the week on a Monday night. This will be fielded at the 6. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Texans offense heading out, and it's Deshaun Watson leading the way, the third-year man out of Clemson. Last year, 26 touchdowns, 9 interceptions, but the big number for the Texans, he was sacked a league-high 62 times. They'll try to do better in this one.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Now a first down throw, Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Offense.
Max Sharping, the guilty party, second-round pick from Northern Illinois. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The huddle come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. Boy, not what you want to see in quarter 1 of the new year. We'll be back. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
47's the mic. 47.
From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And the Texans, first down.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
13 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. This is Miller. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. And let's take a look at the Texans offense.
Obviously a tough test for this offense right out of the gate. Road game in game 1 of the new year. Conventional wisdom says, go slow, take care of the football. I think in this case, attack early and get the home team back on their heels.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Watson. It's complete. Stills. That's thrown in front of a couple and brings up 3rd down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
Linebacker Demario Davis made the move from the New York Jets to the New Orleans Saints before the 2018 season, and that move really paid off for him. Always a terrific player. Now he was able to get to the playoffs for the first time in his NFL career.
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. He can run for it, and he will. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Here we go.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, You're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not.
Hey, good set. 19. 47. Coming. Go. Check 3. Check 3.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And they get to him quickly as he stopped right around the 13. Here's Watson from the gun on 3rd down. This is caught, and he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Touchdown.
From 13 yards out. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
So here come the Saints now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the first pick of the 2nd round back in 2001, and that's the veteran Drew Brees.
Drew Brees' accomplishments have been borderline astounding. When you look back at what people thought about him coming out of college, so-called height issue, you name it, he can do it, and boy, does he prepare well for each and every game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, but it's going to be 2nd down. Let's get a quick look at the Saints offense.
The steal in the 2017 NFL Draft had to be running back Alvin Kamara out of Tennessee, who ended up being that year's NFL Offensive Rookie of the Year. Split time with Mark Ingram his first 2 years in the league. With Mark Ingram now in Baltimore, it's his show. And through his first 2 years, almost equal yardage, rushing and receiving. Expect his rushing numbers to take a big leap in 2019. Come on, one thing for sure. You know that Michael Thomas is going to be the target on a 3rd down pass, and Drew Brees finds him and keeps this drive moving.
This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. Tackle made by Whitney Merciless. And a look now at the defense for Houston.
Many times as we open the game, we talk about guys who are drafted in the first round, but how about the undrafted players? In this case, safety Tashawn Gibson was made the most of his time in the NFL, becoming a starter in the league, and since 2012 has 20 interceptions, the most for undrafted players in that time frame.
Brees able to find the veteran Ginn. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. This is just the 5th all-time meeting between the Texans and Saints here taking place in Week 1. And they have split the previous 4 meetings. Of course, the Texans entering the league in 2002. But you would think that these two teams would have met more because the cities are only separated by 350 miles, I-10 connecting them. In fact, for New Orleans, Houston is the closest NFL city of any in the league. So it's kind of interesting that this is only the 5th time that they have met. The last time they got together, November of 2015, the Texans winning that one 24-6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hey, we got tight left, tight ends left. Hey, you got it.
On 2nd and 12, Brees. He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. move the chains.
Saints spent a third-round pick on Tre'Quan Smith out of UCF in 2018, and what a thrilling season for him. He was the guy that caught the pass from Drew Brees that moved him past Peyton Manning to become the all-time leading passer in NFL history.
On first down, Brees. And brought in by the tight end Cook.
Holding offense.
That's on the second-round pick, Eric McCoy from Texas A&M. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Throwing now is Brees. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Brees. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Working from the gun, it's Brees. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, but maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And now out comes Houston. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Watson on first down. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. And Stills bringing it in. 23 yards to pick up there.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. Here's Watson. Open man, the tight end fails. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. To the air yet again. Watson. He's got Fuller. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Back out onto the field now comes comes the New Orleans offense. And they had a long drive going last time, but it stalled out. But still, maybe something positive to carry forward from that last drive.
Well, a few different things that you carry forward. Number one,
the previous play is under review.
Pretty well, so that gives them a lot of confidence. The second part is keep your defense off the field. Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit. And last but not least, you've taken a good look at what you've done on offense, noted where the weaknesses are, and you know when you want to come back to them.
Like when you're organized with your points. Well done.
Point A, B, and C.
Recovered by the offense.
March 47. March 47. Ricky. Let's go.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports.
7. Saints nothing.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. It's caught, Stills, right side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
This guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, it's complete to Hopkins. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 18.
A gain of 12. First down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's now 10 of 10 throwing the ball here to start the game. Here's Watson. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Throwing again is Watson. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Watson. Better pressure, and he'll go down back at the 26-yard line. Sheldon Rankins abruptly ends that play with a sack. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kennedy Fairbairn comes on. This from 42 yards out. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And the lead moves to 10-0. No one attempted or made more field goals than Fairbairn last year. He was 37 of 42.
And they were grateful for every one of those that put 3 points on the board. But I guarantee you, Bill O'Brien, the head coach, is thinking to himself, we need to use them a lot less in 2019. Let's make sure we score some more touchdowns.
This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. This not the final game of this opening weekend. Still one more, and that comes your way later tonight out in Oakland. The Denver Broncos and Vic Fangio's coaching debut taking on the Oakland Raiders, the final home opener for the Silver and Black in the East Bay. They begin on the ground with Kamara, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. From the gun, it's Breeze. And Thomas has it.
Breeze pass. Complete to Michael Thomas. That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And that's caught by Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
They all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Breeze's throw on target to Cook, and he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down.
Jared Cook is a guy who's been around the NFL. He's been with the Titans, the Rams, the Packers. In the last 2 years in Oakland, now he makes a move to the Big Easy, where he pairs with Drew Brees and forms a nice little threat.
Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Brees to throw again. Again has it complete, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown. As they're now on the board here in the first half. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rat, right? RAC.
Run after catch. And he loves that. And he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Lutz good on the extra point. That'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go. Texans take over 1st and 10. At their own
Set to take over again, Deshaun Watson and this Texans offense. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what they expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown and thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes. But right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4. At the 30.
Watson with a give to Miller. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage just come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
On first down, Watson. And he fends him off. And the ball is out. Watson lost it. But I think a Texan player was able to get his hands on it, and they will indeed hold on to the ball and the possession. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Watson now to throw. It's complete to Fuller. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 35.
24-yard gain on the play.
We're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a 1st down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throw left side complete. That's Fuller. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Watson. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
At the 6-yard line.
Watson looks to throw again. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown on their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked close.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Breeze. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The Saints on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Let me remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Breeze. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face a third down. He's one of the best ever in these situations as he's trying to get his guys set. Breeze now to throw. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. Oh, what a play on special teams here. This is going to be down inside the 5, all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That's excellent.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20.
Complete to Lamar Miller. Again, 11 on the play. First down, Texans.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you.
Watson on first down. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's on the former first-rounder from Ole Miss, Laramie Tunsil. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Watson, open man, the tight end fails. They get 14 yards, but not enough for a first down due to the previous penalty. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? But Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson, Fells has it, left side. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 23. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching is Deshaun Watson, who is the star of the first half. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you. We welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here we go. 26-yard line.
Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara.
Number 41, Alvin Kamara, the ball carrier.
That was a good run, and it should get the attention of the defense, but it can't just dwell on it. They've been playing so well this entire game. Maybe they just look at it and say, okay, congratulations, you got one on us, and just not let it turn into more.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down and close to the goal line at the 1-yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1-yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now. And let's shift our attention to Will Fuller. Good day for him so far here in the third quarter. He's hit pay dirt once, over 100 yards, but hey, it's third quarter. He's thinking, I want more, right? He wants more, and it just increases the confidence of his team because every play he makes, it means his quarterback is really feeling good about throwing the football. Probably feels like he can't throw an incomplete pass when he throws it to him right now.
Yeah, he's looking really, really sharp.
Watching that run takes me back to something a famous old coach once said. Any player he wants on his team, he wants him to be agile, mobile, and most definitely hostile.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12. On the counter, it's Miller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25.
Holding offense.
That's on the first-round pick, number 23 overall, Titus Howard. After the penalty, it's Miller. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A good comeback there after the penalty, 9 yards, and it's 2nd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs for a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go play action here on first down. Pass incomplete.
Watson's pass.
Line of scrimmage again to 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. He's got Fuller. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
First down, Texans.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Watson now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
Let's go.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Watson throwing quickly to Hopkins. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
And that was well defended. And as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
Hey, you don't want to see me.
On 2nd down, Hyde. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Demario Davis on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Letting one go deep for the end. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Kiki QT. 26 yards. And the Texans push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Watson's pass complete to Kiki QT. Touchdown, Houston.
Come on out here. Come
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Needed a couple yards for the 2-point try. They go to the ground game, and it works.
And sometimes it's the exact right thing to do because a lot of teams play you for the pass. So you spread people out, decide to run the football. You often find good running lanes.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. A first down carry now for Miller. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
They'll run it again with Miller. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Really does to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
For the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, here's Watson. He finds his target, Fuller. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
Here's Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First and goal, Houston.
Out of the gun, Watson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. Will Fuller was the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
It's now second and goal from the 8-yard line.
On second down, Johnson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either called pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. A good run there, 8 yards. Gets him much closer to the end zone. The fourth and goal looming.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the and this one just a chipping. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives are bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Breeze leads this one with Kamara. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. This is caught by Gill. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Just a 5-yard pickup, and he leads to 4th down. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go!
Deshaun Watson and the Texans offense trot back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
That's what he's done here in this one so far.
Texans, first down.
One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
They run high. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sheldon Rankins on the stop. 1-yard gain.
Watson going to pull back the handoff and keep it himself. It's complete to Hopkins. 8 yards on the completion, but he'll face third down. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So that'll back him up 5. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a yard on the run down. That's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. How does the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here? These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A really good pickup of 28 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Breeze. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
At the 40-yard line.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Saints first down.
Breeze now on 1st down. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion. And that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Breeze. Again has it complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. He'll get 15 and a Saints first down.
That's good.
They should put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
Breeze going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook there to make the grab. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Wants to try to add the PAT. He's got it, and the score is now 27-14. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Watson, and that's incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bend it to the right.
Here's Watson, dumping it off for Johnson. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
Well, the pretty move couldn't create much space. Down just beyond the 35. Tackle there by Alex Anzalone.
47's the mic. 47's the mic.
Brings up 2nd and 14.
It's complete to Freeland. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Chop that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Watson. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Houston. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to...
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The lightning rod, J.J. Watt with a sack.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Drew Brees, 6 fourth-quarter comebacks a season ago, and that led the NFL. He'll try to deliver another one. To try again after the sack. Brees, and he'll get it up here this time to the 21. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9.
Now Brees on 3rd down. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, you won't hear any boos from this home crowd on that call.
No, not at all. And it's been a long day for this crowd. Waiting for this game. It's been a long evening as well. Finally, they feel they got a call.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 10 yards, good for his Saints. First down.
10 yards. That's another Saints first down.
Throwing on first down is Brees. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans. Brees now on first down. And he'll go right back to Thomas. Complete again. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Brees to throw again. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. There's Brees. The open man is Smith. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 21. Two-score game, obviously. Every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Brees going to come up here, 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now, throwing the ball on this drive. Brees now, looking for the end zone. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Gerald Cook, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As his guys are back within a single score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now We're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. Why do you fit that in? If I can.
You know, I just grab the nugget when I can.
Lutz with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 20.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll run on first down. It's Johnson. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Out of bounds at the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now
throwing now. Watson. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
Watson. Finding fouls complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Let's go.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Watson. Looking long for Thomas. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Running from the gun, Johnson. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Watson. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
The tackle made by Demario Davis. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 22-yard
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in week 1.
It's a loss of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And partner, I must say, good to see you again. Been too long. And it's good to have football back, isn't it?
Didn't you see me in preseason? Weren't we together in preseason?
Yeah, but preseason, you know, it's preseason. This is week 1.
Oh, you're trying to say real football.
Real football.
Not preseason football where we shake down the rosters and figure out who's going to play, and maybe the starters don't play as much. Now it's the frontline guys from the first whistle.
Yeah, I tuned you out in the preseason. But now I'm listening to you. So for the Texans, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.